Hello, it's Wednesday. It's time for sprints. How are you all doing? I don't know, I'm feeling silly today, everybody. It's Wednesday. Whew. Anyway, hi. Hi, everybody. Whew. All right. So, uh, new month, new reading assignments are happening. What's everybody reading today? Please let me know in the comments, of course. Uh, Personally, well, I have to read this one because the audiobook's going to get returned to the library soon. And it is The Passion of Cleopatra by Anne Rice and Christopher Rice this time. This is the sequel to Ramses the Damned, aka The Mummy, book 2. I want to read how many pages? 132 pages of this today, and script, so I can film this video. I am excited. I don't know. I googled some info on it just so I'm not going in completely like blindsided. Well, I've already read the first book, so I kind of know what's going on. But there is like I don't even know like the first book I think came out in the 80s, like the late 80s, and then this came out in 2017. So like, yikes, it was a while. Let me just Google it. I have a computer right here. Publication. Yeah, 1989. Yeah, so this was just under, wait, 8990919. Yeah, so this was just like under 30 years. Holy moly. Yeah, so it was 28 years apart between book 1 and book 2, because book 1 was just supposed to be a standalone, came back to it with more books. So what are we gonna do after like a 30-year gap? I'm wondering. Also, I just like was reading stuff like in Wikipedia, so I'm like grain of salt there. But like it also said that Christopher Rice actually wrote most of this, and Anne was not the head writer. So I'm like, okay. I mean, she certainly got her name first. But it was said that Christopher wrote most of this, so it's going to be a different writing style, I'm assuming, just because it's a different author. I mean, it's her son, but yes. So let's get into Cleopatra. She had a lot going on in The Mummy. The video's already out, so I don't have to worry about spoilers. Too bad, it's already out. But it was I don't know. Cleopatra, she's just went on a sex shopping and murder spree all over Cairo. That was her main adventure. So it's what's going to happen now. Hello, Sharon. How are you? You're reading Wind by Lily Mayne. Nice little monster romance novella. Love it. Hey, Cassie. How are you? Hello, Virginia. How are you doing? Yeah. Anyways, hey everybody, just joining us. What are you reading for sprints? Or you don't have to read for sprints. You can kind of do whatever you want. So what are you going to be doing tonight? Up to you. Just finished The Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Okay. The Things We Hide from the Light next. Oh, I guess you liked it if you're moving on to book 2. Hello, how are you? She finished Ruins of Kings. Yay! I hope you liked it. I really like that book series. Next book is in the mail. Oh, you liked it. Next book's in the mail. Love it. Plan on putting a dent in The Pale Horseman by Bernard Cornwell. Very cool. I mean, I'm assuming fantasy, because the Pale Horseman is one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. He's death, right? Right? Or is there something else going on? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you were enjoying. Hello, my dear. How are you? Upright Women Wanted by Sarah Gailey. I love Sarah Gailey books. I feel like they're a bit of an acquired taste author, so like I love that. I don't know. I was looking up Sarah Gailey's like on their website, and I was trying to figure out like, do they have a book coming out? when is it coming? And I couldn't find any novels, but apparently they're doing a lot of work in like graphic novels right now. And I was like, oh shit. So anyways, if you were looking for an update, because I want another book, but they're just graphic novels at the moment. Hello, Kimber. You're reading Lilith by Eric Rickstad. Very cool. Larissa, how are you, my dear? You're starting Midlife Curses by Christine Zane Thomas. Very cool. Hope you like it. Hello, Larissa. Another Larissa. We got twinsies. A memory called Empire. I have it and I have not read it. So I hope you're enjoying it. No reading night, knitting instead. You know what, Roxy? You do you, honeydew. If you got to knit to just maintain sanity, do it. I love that for you. Yay. Got wrapped up a little too quickly. Yeah, that happens sometimes. They're like, oh shit, it can't be longer than this. One of those type of situations, maybe. Character development, side characters, very cool. The Dead Romantics. That's Ashley Poston, right? Hope you're enjoying. Oh, you are? You're loving it? Fantastic. I heard good things about it. Irish series Eat the Rich is great. That's the Sarah Gailey one. I haven't read anything, any of the graphic content, and I want to. I need to go look those up. The Robots versus Fairies short story collection. Oh, okay. Okay. So Sarah Gailey. I haven't read all of their works, but I have read a few of them. I think my personal favorite is The Echo Wife. It's kind of like modern feminist Frankenstein, I'll say. Echo Wife is incredible. It's one of my all-time faves. The most recent release, I believe, was Just Like Home, which is a little ambiguous, I would say, in the end, but it's definitely a horror novel. So if you have like body horror triggers, maybe look those up first. But also very good by Sarah Gailey. Knitting night, working on socks for a competition. They have like a competition? Well, I would assume you can compete for anything, really. Like, I'm assuming it's a knitting competition, not a sock competition. Or is it a sock competition? I'm going down a rabbit hole now. The ADHD like latched onto that. Yeah. I think we read it for book club, I believe. Patron channel member book club. It was very good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The Echo Wife. Okay. It's my personal fave. So I don't know. I'm not trying to get you to spend your money. But I recommend it highly. If you like Upright Women Wanted, if you like that book, then you might like the author's other books. And that one I highly recommend. Yay! It's actually pretty short too, for a full length novel. But oh man, is it good! It's so good. And that's the best way to describe it: is modern feminist Frankenstein. But like, it's more sci-fi because instead of like building, a person out of scraps, you're building a person by cloning. So it's still kind of a mad scientist Frankenstein type of vibe, but it's cloning. And it's also domestic drama too. It's really good. I really like. I don't want to spoil things, but I love it. Sock Madness. About 1,500 people who do it every year. Okay. Oh, whoever can knit them the fat. Oh, it's like a speed. It's a race. Okay, I thought it was more like subjective. Like, look at my sock. Are these the prettiest socks? Does like appearance factor into that decision at all? Raquette, how are you, my dear? We're all talking books and stuff. And for everyone just joining, I'm continuing on. I'm going to be reading this one today. This is book 2, Passion of Cleopatra. It came out about 30 years after the first book, and apparently was written primarily by Christopher with Anne, I don't know, doing supplemental stuff on it. So I don't know. I'm excited. I don't think I've read anything by Christopher Rice. If I have, I can't think of it at the moment, but I don't think I have. So yeah, I've been like marking my chapters, and then I ran out of like magnet, so I've just been using scrap paper. It's like chaos, but it makes me feel good when my book is like thick from all these like notes in it. I don't know. Is that just me? But I feel like accomplished even though I haven't read a single word of this yet. Specific pattern to everyone at the same time. Oh, okay. So you all have to knit the same socks, but I'm assuming you can use whatever colors and whatnots you want. So there is, or is everyone making the same socks? I'm assuming you can like use your own different color palettes. The bridge, oh, bride or things I wanted to say, or and these hollow vows. I don't know. Well, you've already read these hollow vows. So, I mean, if you really don't feel like reading and you're just like, well, I have to read something, maybe that's the way to go. If you want my opinion on this. Or if you're like, okay, I need to read, let me try something new. I don't know. Bride is Ali Hazelwood, right? I've only read Love Hypothesis, and I think I'm like one of the only people who didn't like it because I was like, oh my gosh, is this Raylo fanfic? Like, and not that I'm like complaining about fanfic, but it pulled me out of the story because I'm like, oh my god, one of those situations. So I don't know, but I do want to read Bride because I hear nothing but rave reviews about it. However, I heard nothing but rave reviews about Love Hypothesis or whatever it's called. What was your first book? I don't know, whatever it was. I don't know. I want to give that one a go. I did put in a hold with my library for it, and I'll see what happens when it comes in. I don't think it's going to be anytime necessarily soon, so we'll see. But yeah, if you want mine, Bride, you could be like my tester. I'm sorry, I'm being selfish for that, but yeah, if you, that's my vote. Same design, yeah. There you are. Yeah, okay. There you go. All right. We've been chit-chatting for about 12 minutes at this point, so why don't we go ahead and do our sprint? This is usually about the time we start rolling into that. So let me bring back Miles, our duck friend. Miles. All right, everybody. 30 minutes starting now. Hello, gently coming back from sprints. How did it go for everybody? That was our first 30 for the evening. I didn't read a ton. I'll say I read like 34 pages, but I am scripting at the same time, or at least taking notes. So that does take a hot minute. But yeah, I don't know. I'm only like 34 pages in. It's a little bit of the book. It's not even, it's almost 10%, I would say. And I know that Christopher Rice wrote the lion's share of this, and it's kind of coming across at least a little bit. Like it's the same story. And I will say it's a bit breezier in recapping the story. So it's just like this, and they just kind of quick recap. We're moving on with the story now. And Cleopatra is much more, I don't know, three-dimensional almost. Like she had a lot in the first book, but mind you, Ramses was the main protagonist. So we don't really get a lot of Cleopatra after her brain got fixed, because we got a lot of like Cleopatra sex shopping and murder spree because her brain wasn't working very well. Now her brain works again. So it's like it's getting back to like her old personality and like the clever political machinations of her like kind of is coming out a bit. So it's a little bit different. I would say it's a different vibe, although I do like the vibe. So I'm interested in it. Cleopatra's very mysterious, I will say. But anyway, how did your first sprint go, everybody? Did you get a good chunk done? What are you reading? Did you like it? Oh, good. Okay, so you read 2 chapters of Bride. Pretty okay so far. Oh, good. Multiple narrators in the audio. Very cool. But I don't know. You didn't like Love Hypothesis either. So thank you for taking this litmus test for me. Because thank you. I do want to give it a try because I hear nothing but good things. And I mean, I'm expecting it to be campy. It's like vampires and werewolves. I'm assuming this is going to be like that movie Underworld. I feel like it's going to be Underworld fanfic at a certain point. Because she came from fanfic world, so that's kind of her writing style. And that's fine. I don't know if it's the writing style for me as a reader, but interested in it nonetheless. Whew. Yeah. Oh man, it's so chonky. I'm listening at 3 speed. I feel like I've read barely anything. I mean, 34 pages is in 30 minutes is a good amount, but I'm used to reading like 50. If I wasn't like taking notes, it would have just been like blowing through this a lot faster, but I gotta take the notes. They do introduce some new characters like in 3600 BC, so like a long time ago. So some new lore was introduced and stuff, so there's that. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Solid 10%. Excellent, Sharon. Oh, the Underworld fanfic? That's what I was assuming. It's going to go there at some point. Came in late. Oh, you came at all. So thanks for coming and hanging out. Just got a few pages in. Role Playing by Cassie Yardley. A rom-com about a geeky pair of 40-something gamers that meet online. Yay! I love that. I have a little less than an hour left of my audiobook, so I should get it finished in the next sprint. Fabulous! I love that. So we're definitely doing at least one more, so hopefully you'll knock it all out today. I just always get like exhausted when I have to script and read. It's a lot. Like the past 2 days, I was also script reading. I'm just gonna call it script reading. So when I'm like taking notes and reading for a video, because I just reread On Her Majesty's Secret Service. There'll be a new James Bond video this month. But that book is always, it's quite tragic, I will say. So it always gets me. And I'm like, I'm like sad about it. And I read that one in 2 days. So it was a lot of reading, but I don't know. I gotta knuckle down and do it. Oh Oh, good. Virginia, you liked Bride. Haven't read the other books. I can't tell you how they compare. There you go. Hello, Lily. How are you? Yeah, the other books are kind of like rom-coms, dramas, but like with people in STEM, essentially. Or I think the one that they're like chess players, you know, smart folk. I guess. All right, Lily. Sorry, House of the Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Oh, okay. You're going old school. The classic. Very cool. I have not done a drunk classics in like quite a while because I do so many other recaps of other things, but I haven't done like an actual drunk classics in a minute. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do? Let me know in the comments if you have like a classic I need to get drunk and read. I do have one in here right now that I've been wanting to do and haven't done yet, which is Perfume by Patrick Süskind. This book is going to be wild. So I'm like, yes, this is a story of a murderer. It's a smell-based murderer. And I got it at a library book sale. It's a great cover for it. I like it. But yeah, this one is on deck. I have it in my room staring at me in my failure for not reading it. It's been there for months. But this is a drunk classic I do want to do. I don't know when it was first published. Let me see if I can find the first publication date. Oh, look, there was a note in it. Dear, dearest Mary, hope you enjoy Jeannie. I love like library book sale books, and sometimes you get like cool little things in them. And I'm like, it's like, I don't know. I like having a book that belonged to someone else sometimes because I feel like it has like vibes. Although they did get rid of it, so I don't know if they like this one. Okay, so this was originally published in German as Das Parfum by Diogenes Verlag. So Patrick Süskind, maybe he's the English author of it. And it was copyright 1985. So I think that counts as a classic, right? 85, 95, 05, 15, 25. Yeah, it's almost 40 years. It's been out for a minute. So it's going to count. So I'm just dropping everything I own now. Give me a sec. Drunk classics. I need to get back into it. I just haven't. I don't really have a good excuse for it. I just haven't done it. Let's see. I did Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think it actually, you know what? Dracula was my very first ever episode of Drunk Classics. So that was old school. I did that a really long time ago. It sucks because I had already read Frankenstein recently before Dracula. And Dracula kind of came about by accident because I was reading it and I hated it so much. And I was like, all right, I'm going to drink and get through this. And I'm like, you know what? This is an opportunity. So I was like, let's get really drunk and like read this book. So it was just kind of a wild idea that started like a series that I do. But it's not because I was like, oh, I should have done Frankenstein, because Frankenstein also pissed me off because God damn it, Victor. Like I hate Victor Frankenstein. He's the fucking worst. So I think that one might be fun to reread as a drunk classic because I haven't done a drunk classic on it, but I have read it. And I don't know though, because like I think it'll be good for like. So I heard a sound. I think it'll be good for like content, but it'll be bad for my soul because I'll be so upset with fucking Victor, and I'll be drunk. So who knows what's gonna happen? But I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a Halloween treat. I don't know. We'll find out. Ooh, Carmilla, lesbian vampires. Okay. That is on my list. I have like a list of like classics I do want to do. And then I just haven't done them because like, it's kind of the same deal with the James Bond thing. I've already committed to that, to finishing it. But it's like the videos don't always do great. And it's a lot of work to put them out and then have them underperform. So it's kind of makes me feel bad, I guess. I don't know. Real talk. Like they don't perform as well as I'd like them to. And they're a lot of work. So it's like, it's hard to put forth the effort sometimes, but I do know the people who like drunk classics really like drunk classics. So I do want to like make them for some of the people, and I also want to read some classics. So hopefully this year I will get back into it. I mean, I only have a few more James Bond books, and like there's one more book in this series, and then I was thinking I was gonna do, what's the other series by Anne Rice? The Wolf one. There's a werewolf one she wrote, so I think I might do that one, and that's only like a duology. So I have some Anne Rice stuff planned, but then when I run out, maybe I'll get back to drunk classics. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. Oh, for Perfume, I have seen the movie too years ago though. So like I remember bits and pieces of it. I don't know how accurate the movie is to the book. Oh yeah, the Dracula one. Yes. That was my very first one. It was, oh, that's an old one. The format has changed since then. Yep, Frankenstein. I should do it. I should do it on Frankenstein. That's a good one. Yes, you are the OG version, you could say. Well, thank you. Not everyone thinks so. I mean, it's not something I can change. So it feels like particularly kind of like mean when people like make fun of my laugh. Thank you. Yeah, The Great Gatsby. I feel like I read The Great Gatsby correctly. I think the whole point of The Great Gatsby is to not like The Great Gatsby. You're not supposed to like any characters in that whole book. They're all garbage humans. What is going on with this little piece of hair? They're all garbage individuals, and like I don't even think F. Scott Fitzgerald likes them. Like they're I don't think you're supposed to like it. And this is the hill I die on, okay? Anyway. One book of the Anne Rice series, The Wolf Gift. Yes. Yeah, I got it. You read the one book. I don't even own them yet. I have to look into it, but I know I have the next book too. I think it's like Reign of Osiris is the next book. So I will have a Mummy series completed, and Interview with the Vampire TV show is coming back. Season 2, baby, is coming in May. So starting in May, I'll be doing like episode recaps. So that covers like a lot of videos because it'll be, I think, May and probably June. May and June, I think, will be all episodes of Interview the Vampire. And then if they have Mayfair Witches come back this year, I'll do recaps on those. So like, I don't know. I only have things planned through like May right now. I'm still kind of open for April because they don't have any episodes yet. We'll see. I also want to reread some books that I read when I was young. I'll say like books I haven't read in like 15 years. I want to go back and reread those. There's a couple series I have in my brain that I haven't like really started on yet, but I've thought of them. So there's that. The idea exists. It is. They have started production on it. They have been filming some stuff. They have new cast announcements. So it's definitely coming back. I don't know when. I don't think they have a premiere date, but I think they just started filming like this year, like early this year. So I would say at best, end of year, at worst, early next year. Depends how much they need to film or how much they already have filmed. They had a big gap with the writer's strike. So I don't know. I know they're filming and they've cast new people in roles that I'm excited about because I'm like, who are they? I was like looking at their pictures and I was like, ooh, could this be Mona? Is this gonna be a Mona? Are they gonna make her not 13 for fuck's sake? I don't know. That book, I don't know. The show, it's taking bits from the books and like making kind of almost a new thing. You know, it's vaguely the plot. And there's a lot of different characters and new side plots and all that kind of stuff. So it's really hard to speculate because I mean, they made 2 characters into 1 character. That's like the biggest change. and it's like a main character. Two main characters became one character in the show. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll come out later this year. I don't know. Maybe October. Why not? That's like the season for it. It's Halloween time. We'll see. I don't know. But Interview is coming back in May. I'm very excited about that. Seen Resident Alien. I have not seen Resident Alien. I'll have to Google it because I don't even know what that is. Let me see. I have it here. I have the internet. Resident Alien 2021. Oh, it's a TV series. Okay. Oh, it has Alan Tudyk in it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna like it. Good call on that one. Yeah, there's just too much information, but it's a American science fiction mystery comedy drama. It's a lot, and it's based on a comic book of the same name. Oh, very cool. I'll have to look into that one. I haven't heard of it or read it, so we'll find out. But yeah, no, that's a good call. I probably would like that. Anyway. Yay. Oh, there's a Resident Alien? Yeah. Okay, I'll have to look it up. I'll try it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and do our second sprints. I feel like otherwise I'm going to go down another rabbit hole and it's going to be messy. So, all right, Miles, get your little duck butt back over here. All right, everybody, 30 minutes starting and now. Hello, gently coming back from our second sprint. How did it go for everybody? I am on page 67. So another good little chunk. More new characters. Now we have Americans in here. So there's that. Things are happening. I'm still very early on in the book, but interesting. They introduced a new character named Sybil, who I'm very fascinated with right now. I think she's really cool. I'm trying to fan cast her in my brain, but they give like very little description of her. She's 30 and blonde and from Chicago. That's all I have to go off of. So usually when I fan cast, I use a little bit of artistic license, but like that's not a lot to go on. Let's see where we are. Oh, are you? Things we hide from the light. Now working on some more job applications. Very cool. I hope that's going well for you. A bit more reading, getting the mini human ready for bed. Gotta do what you gotta do. Upright Women Wanted, and Upright Women Wanted, and they still have a writing, but wanted more to the story. Okay. Get to shovel snow. Oh gosh, snow for the second time? Oh no. It's just rainy out here in Los Angeles. I mean, a storm came in out of nowhere all of a sudden. It just like rained all day, and we're like, what? The sun was out yesterday. So anyway. Yeah, it's rough out there, but like we're all sending you good vibes. Yes. Now 10% should be done with the whole thing before bed though. Awesome. It's nice to feel accomplished before you go to bed. I just got to read a third of this tonight. That's the whole goal. Let's see here. Yeah. Cool. They're actually really short chapters. I think that's one of like the biggest like things I have noticed because Christopher Rice wrote the lion's share of this, and he does short chapters, and Anne Rice does long chapters. Like her chapters could be like over 100 pages. Mind you, the book is like 800, but still, like they're long chapters. These are like 10-15 page chapters, like speedy. But mind you, it's also all over the place because all the characters are in different locations. Like Cleopatra's in Alexandria, Ramses is in Venice, and this new character Sybil, she's all the way in America. So it bounces back and forth, which is like fine, but it makes it hard to recap when people are going back and forth. Like, which thread do I stay on? Because I can't just switch back and forth all the time in a recap, otherwise it won't make sense. But that's not a you problem. That's a me problem. Anyway. 3 chapters of the book you started. Excellent. I'm glad you got some stuff done. But yeah, I am going to do more reading tonight, obviously. I need to edit my video. And I need to go eat dinner because I'm very hungry. And I'm going to make nuggets. I'm going to make chicken nuggets for dinner. Which sounds like, I don't know if that sounds like a sadness meal, but I'm happy about it. So it's a happy meal for me. Impossible makes great chicken nuggets. And I'm like, yes, I'm having chicken nuggets for dinner. Plus, I'll make a vegetable to go with it because I'm an adult. I'm going to eat like a regular meal, but like chicken nuggets. It's a rainy day. I'm having my nuggets. Another shovel again in the morning. Whew. All right. Have a good night. I hope it stops snowing enough so you can stop shoveling. Fingers crossed for you. The Mummy series for TBR. Okay. There you go. I mean, I randomly got it at a used bookstore because I just found it. And I was like, okay, eventually I'll run out of Vampire Chronicles. And then I read it. I'm like, oh, I actually really like this one. And then, almost 30 years later, the sequels come out. Actually, I think... No, I'm wrong. Okay, I know Osiris, the next one, Reign of Osiris, it came out right around the time, I believe, when Anne passed. because I think her last book actually was Blood Communion, which was Vampire Chronicles, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have my dates right in front of me to know, but I know it was close to that. And so it was one of her last books. Let's see where we are. Midlife Curse is going good. Excellent. I'm so happy for you, Larissa. Yeah. I'm going to do the werewolf one too. So after I finish this little trilogy, I have a duology. And then I don't know if I'm going to keep reading stuff from her because a lot of her other series, I don't know. There's some standalones I'm going to do, like Violin. I already have it and stuff. There's a few like standalone books that I do want to read. So that'll be another series of just standalones, I guess, just random stories. But there's a few series that she's written that I'm like, I want nothing to do with. Because there's a problem with Anne Rice and her treatment of like children in books, because there's so many sexualized situations with children in them, and it's gross. And I mean, she wrote whole series under, a pen name, but it's about, that. And I don't want to touch it at all. I wouldn't touch it with someone else's hands. Like, I don't even, not going there, not reading any of her weird sex stuff. She wrote like a whole series. It's like Satyricon, which is just like, I don't know if I have the guts in me to read that many red flags all in one book. So there are some works of hers that I have no interest, and you're not going to talk me into reading them because I can't. They're not for me. But I have some standalones I want to read. I want to read the werewolf thing. I think, there's a few other books. I think there's one that has like, I think maybe it's a series as well. There's one with like Seraphim Assassins. Then I was like, okay, maybe. But like, I don't know. There's a lot more Anne Rice still, even though I feel like I've read so many books by Anne Rice. They keep coming. Let's see. Okay, DNF, the werewolf one. I mean, we'll find out. I'm going to try to read it, and we'll see if I hate it. If I hate it, maybe it'll make good content at least. So there's that. First rose. Oh, okay. Opposite opinions. Okay. Yeah, some of her books are alarming. There's only so much like sexual trauma I can read before I'm like I feel like I need to bleach my eyeballs from seeing the words. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on those, but I will read ones that aren't based on sexual terror. I feel like that's a fair allowance for me. Yeah, Mayfair was a bucket of yikes. As I'm clear. And like the Anne Rice like stands too, who are trying to defend some of the very problematic content. And it's like, girl, she's not in the room. Like, she has passed away. She does not care what I think about her books. You don't need to defend them. And why are you trying to defend this? Oh my God. So I don't want to open that door again. I did a whole video on mean comments, and I'm going to be honest, most of them come from the Mayfair Witch videos. I mean, they get a lot of views still because people are still looking up information. I don't think there's a lot of other people who've done recaps. So there's that, but like, oh my God, guys, maybe sometimes just think thoughts and don't put them in writing. Anyway, moving on. Hey, Larissa, I think it'd be a good fall winter book. Okay, don't remember any children being in it. Oh, in San Francisco. I guess, yeah, didn't it? I think Mayfair was in that was in San Francisco as well. It started off there. That's where Rowan lived, and then she moved to New Orleans. So it also had San Francisco. Maybe it's the same universe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm very fortunate that I think like 95% of my comments are great, or at the very least neutral. And then there's a 5% that are wild. Oh my word. Blood and Gold. There you go. Marius, that was Marius's story from Vampire Chronicles. I think, yeah, I just remember my thumbnail. I was like, maybe you're the problem, Marius. Like, I feel like he is the main source of all of the strife in his life. And he doesn't get it. And he's been around for like a minute. He's like a couple thousand years old and he hasn't figured that out yet. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. or just unhinged people. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? It could have been the other way. I could have had 95% unhinged and 5% good. So like I'm very fortunate and I love like 95% of the comments I get. Love it. I stay away from comments in general because like yikes. The yikes factor, it's so jarring that I'm like, what? I block all the ones that are like explicitly evil. Evil comments, those get blocked, but here we are. Oh, good. Memory Called Empire, super sci-fi. I have heard very good things about that, but I went and bought it because I kept hearing such amazing things about it. I know Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany, she loved it. So I was like, okay, well, if you love it, I might like it too. Not always, but I'm like, it's a fair barometer to trust. And I was like, okay, so I bought it and it's just on my shelf. And I still haven't read it. I'm going to have to make it a book club pick. That's how I'm going to read it eventually if you guys pick it for book club. Otherwise, it's not meant to be. Empire Called Memory. I'm writing it down on the scrap piece of paper next to me. Okay, there. I've written it. It's like it gets into my brain. I'm a very kinesthetic learner. So if I write stuff, I usually remember it. All right. On that note, I've got a date with chicken nuggets and I'm very excited about it. So I'm going to go start cooking and I'll be back next week with more sprints. Everybody, I hope you have a good time. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, you know, most of the time I'm like, all right, you know, good for you. Most of the time it doesn't bother me. It's just like when they're gross that they bother me. But yeah, I'm going to go eat chicken nuggets, everybody. I'll be back next week with more sprints. Videos are coming. I have a video this weekend. Since you guys are here at Sprints, you get the sneak peek. It's a book haul. My first book haul of the year. So it's like 3 months worth of books I had piled up and I finally did the book haul. And I will have On Her Majesty's Secret Service recap coming out and Ramses the Damned, that one coming out too. So there are things on the horizon coming for March. That's what month we're in. Oh gosh. And on that note, thank you. I will go have the best nuggets ever. All right, everybody. I'll be back next week. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night and eat whatever food is equivalent to nuggets for you. I want you to be happy. All right, everybody. Goodbye.